spectacular night for college football, and man, are they ready to call the Hogs as the Arkansas Razorbacks will run through the A and get things started on this season. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks ready to get this thing started and open the season. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Owls offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
Grab behind the line. It's Morales. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. So Arkansas's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wilson will throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, the good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going. There he goes! Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Razorbacks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Snagged out of the air. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. And the Razorbacks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. The give on the option. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Trying to find the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Razorbacks line it up with a first and goal. Wilson to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
To the air on second down. He's got the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got his man. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And we'll start the second quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off play action on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Zimmerman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Fires left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Fires to the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play. long pass is incomplete. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Fires to the big fella, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Now they'll try the right side. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Got it in the middle, it's Zimmerman. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pucks it out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. And that should be enough to give Florida Atlantic the first down. Got his man quickly. Turning it on. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. They kept working at it, and finally a shot in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Morales. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Firing to the right, complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Buffalo may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from UB Stadium every time. The Bulls have been racking up road wins since the Bob Deming days, and they'll get another one today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Wilson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got a man. It's Morris. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Swings it out to his running back. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, This guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Arkansas! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Offense in an empty set. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Morales. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Zimmerman.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Quarterback will keep it. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used... That's their physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Looking for room at the 30. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Powers through. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So 1st down will open up the final period. Wilson to pass. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This time on target. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Morales. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Coming up on second down as they try to hold this lead. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set. Plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Wilson will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Trailing by a possession. They need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Wants to throw again. He wants it all. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll try the left side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to...
Breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz, you may have to sell out. You might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession and give yourself a chance to win.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Owls line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You know, on a play like that, 3rd and short, as a quarterback, you're looking for your easiest throw and your shortest throw, and that's to the tight end. He's a big target. He makes the catch, and now the drive stays alive.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the tailback. Brought down right at the 10, and this defense keeps him away from the first down line. But will they go for it on 4th down? Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4.